Okay, good afternoon, the jury members and the presenters. We are starting with the category Best Media Strategy, Consumer Durables, Other Products, and the duration will be 10 minutes per presentation. We're starting with the first presentation, the entry ID 604, UltraTech Cement Limited.
Hi everyone, can you see my screen in full screen mode?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Let me know when to start.
Your time starts now. All the best.
Thank you. Good afternoon everyone. This is Nikita Mehta and I'll be presenting the case study Mauka Ek for UltraTech Cement. Some decisions in life come only once, जिसके लिए सिर्फ एक मौका मिलता है. And these decisions shape our future forever. They may need to be taken in a second or over months or years, but we have to take full accountability for the outcome, hoping that it is the right one. You must be thinking, what decision am I talking about? The decision to build one's own home. Building your own home is considered to be the biggest achievement in life, a milestone that everyone wants to achieve. It is a sense of pride, identity, and a badge of competence. And 90% Indians build it only once in their life. With more than 75% of UltraTech's business coming from individual home builders, IHBs as we call them, reside in small towns and rural areas. This consumer segment of IHBs, who invest their blood, sweat, tears, and a lifetime of savings into building their homes from scratch, is of the utmost importance to the brand. They have a lot of aspirations and hopes for this once-in-a-lifetime undertaking. But once the decision is made, the trouble starts. The IHP has little to no knowledge on how to build a house. He has to rely on many people. On one hand, he has his Meerut ke Tauji, his Pados ke uncle, or his Kanpur ke chacha, who may have built their own house, but know precious little. And on the other hand, the masons and contractors who have their own vested interests. He's caught between the devil and the deep sea. So what does he do? He relies on the popular choices. Brands which are highly visible, much talked about, and whatever fits in his budget. But when it comes to cement, it is a big risk. While building a home, all other decisions can be changed. The color of the walls, the flooring of the house, even the layout to some extent can be modified. But once the choice of a cement brand is made, it is irreversible in this process. Among the critical choices in this journey, selecting the right cement is an irreversible decision that directly impacts the home's longevity and safety. This is where we wanted to focus on for UltraTech, the irreversibility of cement. Our objective was very clear. We had to sensitize consumers on the importance of choosing the right cement while getting recalled as the #1 cement brand of India. We launched Ghar Ek, Mauka Ek, isliye cement bhi desh ka number ek. But it wasn't just about putting this message out loud in media. We had to build a very strong association in the minds of the IHPs. Make him associate UltraTech Cement as the reliable, irreplaceable choice. Our strategy in media was the irreversibility framework. We laid down the strategic media framework to reach the IHP on the basis of these 3 pillars. First was to drive cultural relevance. We found and own moments in culture where people make big, irreversible decisions and placed our message there to create strong brand recall. We strategically partnered with marquee shows and major sporting events like KBC, Superstar Singer, PKL, Asian Games, and many other top shows, creating Mauka Ek moments in widely viewed media. We also created a unique association with the ultimate nation-defining irreversible decision, which is the Indian general elections, driving voting pledges on public apps and news platforms. For building a memory structure, we reinforced our message with continuous presence for 50 weeks on TV, OTT, and social media. This cemented a strong top-of-mind recall and helped create a memory structure of not just the message, but also of the brand. Lastly, with tech-driven precision, using the power of AI and tech, we identified and engaged our IHPs real-time, creating impactful interactions and building high preference with industry-first innovations. Intrigued? Let us visually take you through this journey with a detailed AV.
Some moments define a lifetime, and you only get one chance to create a legacy. In India, building your own home is one such legacy. It is more than just construction. It's a reflection of identity and a source of pride. 90% individual home builders. Building a home is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, one that comes after years of savings and deep emotional investment. One chance, ek mauka. Each decision in the home building process is critical, but the choice of cement is irreversible. With no perceptible or visual differentiation between cement brands, the consumer looks for safety in numbers. A trusted name, the best brand, the number one cement brand, UltraTech, took the onus to enable this for them. With the insight and the objective of sensitizing home builders on the irreversibility of cement, we launched the campaign
घर एक मौका एक तो सीमेंट भी देश का नंबर एक.
The campaign's strategy in media focused on the irreversibility framework, which was built on 3 pillars. With this framework, we took Mauka Ek beyond advertising, seamlessly integrating it into India's most defining platforms. Cultural relevance, we created unique Mauka Ek moments on India's top iconic shows and live sports like KBC.
इस मौके पे चांस बिल्कुल मत लीजिएगा, क्योंकि ये मौका आपको एक ही बार मिलेगा.
Superstar singer,
हमारे इन फाइनलिस्ट को भी ऐसा ही एक मौका मिला, जिसमें अपने हुनर और मेहनत को बुनियाद बनाकर इस मंच से वो अपने मुकाम को नई ऊंचाइयों पर ले गए.
PKL
पर एक सीमेंट अल्ट्राटेक से ही घर बनाई.
and Asian Games. We engaged our rural audiences with targeted local TV channels, regional OTTs, vernacular newspapers, and community activations with local influencers. And finally, we associated with the ultimate nation-defining decision, elections. When the largest democracy takes to vote, choosing the right leader is a monumental decision, just like the cement in home building. We dominated news during this time and encouraged users on public app to take pledges to vote. Memory structure, supporting cultural relevance with lasting impressions. The campaign ran continuously for 50 weeks across TV, OTT, and social platforms, reaching 600 million audiences. It created a memory structure for Mauka Ek and cemented top-of-mind recall. Lastly, with tech-driven precision, we personalized Mauka Ek, solving the biggest challenge of identifying and reaching home builders in real time. Embedded into interactive app experiences, AI-powered Aston bands on popular TV shows, live scorecards on IPL using AI and voice recognition technology, we tapped into home building conversations and introduced Mauka Ek stickers and notification alerts in chats. And finally, with an industry-first initiative at GPT, with Times Network, we designed a conversational chatbot offering home building advice, seamlessly integrating the brand's expertise into real-time consumer queries. What resulted was a massive increase in brand matrix and preference, reinstating UltraTech's position as number one.
As we saw, this mammoth of a campaign led to transformative brand metrics. While reaching 600 million plus audiences was a responding success, we had a 78% increase in UltraTech's share of endorsement as India's number one, a 48% increase in brand recommendation scores, an 89% increase in brand recall, a 225% increase in brand searches, and a 37% increase in sales. Additionally, earning 160 crore worth of earned PR and more than 70 medals across various prestigious forums is in itself a testament to our success. But along with the enormous impact on business, UltraTech not only redefined the cement category, but also successfully helped millions of IHBs build their own homes from scratch with the right cement, thereby making this irreversible decision their best one. All of this while being recalled as India's number one. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next presentation is entry ID 606 UltraTech,
Yeah, just a
transporting
minute.
1.9 billion.
Yes, just 1 minute. All right, just doing a quick check if the slides are moving for you all.
Yes.
Sure, just a minute. Yeah, we can start now.
We can start now.
Yeah, so good afternoon, jury. I'm sure most of y'all are able to guess the original brands mentioned here from their incorrect logos. And that's the power of an iconic logo, right? Such is the case with the iconic UltraTech logos too, that are scattered across the country at highways, markets, hoardings, wall paintings, dealer panels, or even the cement bags used in home construction. I actually even found an UltraTech logo, one at Himachal Pradesh, close to 10,000 feet above sea level. But the bigger picture is that there are over 1.9 billion UltraTech logos scattered across the country, which is more than one UltraTech logo per every Indian. Now, I would request you all to hold on to this fun fact because we're going to take a small detour. It's the age of accessibility today. Beat any problems, physical, health, mental health, legal issues. We have access to a trusted expert in every field just a fingertip away. Sorry, मैंने शायद गलत एक्सपर्ट का पिक्चर लगा दिया, but I'm sure आप मेरी भावनाओं को समझ गए होंगे. But there's one area where we still lack instant access to a trusted expert, and that's home building. 90% individual home builders build their homes only once in their lifetime, and there's collectively close to 120 billion rupees at stake every year on an average. While there are a few experts available in this case, they too come with their limitations. For example, an architect cannot be afforded by many, and a contractor may not have your best interests in their minds. So naturally, this leaves a home builder with too much uncertainty and endless questions. Questions like what material should I use? How do I budget? How to avoid mistakes? Because any mistake in this regard is costly and irreversible. So Indians end up naturally relying on the trusted expert they know, our family members, the likes of Meerut ke Tauji, Pados ke uncle, Kanpur ke chacha. But in a highly technical activity like home building, trust and expertise rarely coexist, thus leading to the homes looking like this, or this. Now, cement is the most irreversible aspect of home building. आप फर्नीचर या पेंट कभी भी बदल सकते हैं, बट सीमेंट बिल्कुल ही नहीं, क्योंकि घर सिर्फ एक ही बार बनता है. So it was natural to expect the major cement brands to bridge the gap of a trusted expert. But most of them were stuck with the usual media mix, hence their expert services yielded limited reach. As India's #1 cement, UltraTech, we had to do something about it. तो हम लग गए काम पे. India has over 800 million mobile users, and with data consumption on the rise, more users are turning online to look for home building information. And more Indians are scanning QR codes for payments and other daily activity. With 1.9 billion UltraTech logos, we realized we had the largest media mix in the history of a category. Just then we wondered, what if we digitized all these logos and made them scannable? We transformed these 1.9 billion static UltraTech logos into an army of 1.9 billion home building experts accessible with a simple mobile scan. Introducing UltraTech Se Pucho, a first-of-its-kind initiative merging the best of AI vision, augmented reality, and generative AI to convert every UltraTech logo into a dynamic home building expert, accessible with a simple mobile scan. All users need to do was scan the QR code placed across dealerships and multi-brand outlets, save the portal that opened up, और जहां भी दिखे UltraTech logo, चाहे वो पानी की टंकी हो या डीलरशिप, बात घर की करो UltraTech इंजीनियर के साथ. For more on how technology worked, here is a brief video.
Introducing UltraTech Se Pucho, a first-of-its-kind experience merging with the best of AI vision, AR, and generative AI. The AI computer vision recognizes the UltraTech logo. Augmented reality experience transforms the logo into a 3D home building expert. And the generative AI-powered WhatsApp bot instantly connects users with a real-world UltraTech expert. We digitalized the 1.9 billion UltraTech logos spread across dealer panels, hoardings, cement bags, and close to 50 lakh wall paintings in rural India, and launched an experience compatible on all kinds of smartphones. Within few days of the launch, Top news channels featured UltraTech Se Pucho on Prime Times News.
India's #1 cement UltraTech.
घर निर्माण से जुड़ी हर तकनीकी जानकारी के लिए
UltraTech Se Pucho initiative.
Popular influencers shared it among their followers. And we received tons of organic coverage from reputed publications. The nation's most iconic voice brought the experience to life on the legendary primetime show watched by 1 billion Indians.
स्क्रीन पे दिए हुए जो क्यूआर कोड है उसको आपको स्कैन करना होगा और AI/AR टेक्नोलॉजी के माध्यम से जानकारी आपको मिलेगी.
To create intrigue and drive trials, we even built on-ground installation in key markets. And using hyperlocal targeting, we reached the right audience at the right time. All this cumulatively helped in making UltraTech Se Pucho a pivotal home building companion. अब घर निर्माण से जुड़ी हर एक तकनीकी बात सिर्फ एक स्कैन से जानो. UltraTech इंजीनियर के साथ UltraTech से पूछो.
नमस्कार. तो आप घर
Now we had to make UltraTech Se Pucho accessible to every home builder and also demonstrates its ease of use. Hence, we devised the Empower framework, a strategy built on 7 core pillars to maximize access and usage and to also bridge the gap between all the mediums. Let's break down how each element came together to drive impact. We engage targeting with data-driven insights, wherein with pin code-based targeting, we ensure to reach home builders across high construction activity zones, as well as in proximity to our dealerships and outdoor inventories. We also leverage first-party data to target home loan applicants via Meta and hijacked every home building query on Google with a direct call to action to the experience. As second pillar, we deployed multi-platform rich media takeovers, where we engaged audience with lock screen takeovers and glance, primetime news takeovers featuring scannable QR codes across 5 major news channels, thus seamlessly merging digital and traditional media. Additionally, we also leveraged news aggregator apps such as InShots and Public, the default news app for the Hindi heartland. As third pillar, we devised a powerful influencer strategy where we got India's most iconic voice, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, to showcase the experience on India's most iconic show, KBC. And we also partnered with regional influencers and Bhojpuri actors to drive FOMO and credibility. And we drove optimal engagement with digital experiences such as interactive bus shelters and QR-enabled AR installations in key cities and rural touchpoints. This ensured users were able to access expert advice at the right time. The wide accessibility of the logo ensured that we were able to digitize UltraTech's 1.9 billion logos into AI-powered digital gateways and offer instant access to home building expertise anytime, anywhere. And with easy interactivity, we ensured the experience was compatible on smartphone of all kinds. Lastly, to close the loop, we activated real-time support for guidance, where with Gen AI-powered WhatsApp support, we provided instant expert-backed assistance, bridging digital innovation with real-world needs. For a category-first initiative, this campaign received widespread acceptance and we set records and led with example. We managed to reach close to 55 million home builders, out of which 12 lakh home builders closely interacted and engaged with the platform, leading to an immersiveness of 2 minutes per session. More than 1 lakh home builders actually saved the experience to their home screen to come back to it later, and all this led to a whopping 50% interactions originating from rural India alone. Lastly, all this led to an earned media coverage of 38 million. So jury, since we have a minute left, why don't you all try the experience yourself? Just scan the QR code, place the marker on the UltraTech logo. It's really simple, and experience the magic. And while you're at it, I would like to reiterate or mention the fact that this experience was completely born, bred, conceptualized in a media agency. Before leaving, I'll leave you all with one question too. What will you all do with your logo presence? Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, the next presentation is Entry ID 620 IKEA.
Give me a second.
As being visible.
Yes, can you please share your computer sound too?
Oh, yes. Start?
Yes, all good now. You can start now.
Sorry?
All good, all good. You can start now.
Great. Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. Just as we celebrated the World Sleep Day last week, I need to ask you a very pertinent question. How many of you all slept well last night? Did you all gaze into the clock? Did you all toss and turn? If you could relate to this, then trust me, you are not alone in this. Stats suggest 1/3 of Indians suffer from severe insomnia, and in India is the second most sleep-deprived country globally. Hi, I am Deepa, and I am representing Ikea, Swedish home furnishing and furniture experts, and whose goal is to make Indians sleep better with their well-designed sleep solutions, which is beyond the basic of mattress, pillow, and bed. As per a study done by Nielsen for IKEA across 6 major cities of India, there are 6 sleep essentials which ensure a perfect sleep, which includes comfort, temperature, sound, light, air quality, home furnishing, and declutter. Now, let me set a quick context on why this campaign, and it dates back to the COVID era. While COVID was the worst thing that happened to mankind, it also had a bright side. It actually brought the entire family together all under one roof, which means the home doubled up as an office, as a gym, as a school, as a hobby class, and as a restaurant, which pushed people to sort of redo their spaces in the best possible way. This saw a 3x growth amongst major furniture makers in the country. However, when the unlock happened and things went back to normalcy, the category saw a very steep decline. Now, the easiest comeback for such a slump is a very aggressive price war, where players actually resorted to things like offers, sale, discounts, etc., which made home shopping completely driven by sale. However, as IKEA, we always want to stay away or steer clear of these price war and love to attract or get loyal consumer by creating a very, very relevant space for IKEA in their lives, and thereby building their brand love. Now, how can we be relevant? Like I had said earlier, sleep deprivation is a real thing in our country. And as IKEA, we can really cater well to this burning issue since we have our offering backed by 6 sleep essentials. However, with such a huge population who have very different sleep needs, right, we cannot build a blanket approach. Therefore, we zeroed in 3 very critical cohort with very distinct sleep patterns. It was based on their life stage, lifestyle, work pressure, family setup, and even need state. To begin with, the cohort number 1, which is a discerning excellence, he is a slightly older cohort who spends on things which are the best and on experience, seeks very minimalist design and exclusive solution. Followed by an ambitious influencer. He is somebody who is a mid-level employee or a small business owner. He believes in being ahead of the pack, which is why he spends on key trends, flaunt-worthy things, etc. Followed by a thriving aspirer. He is a very young professional who is craving for success. His style is extremely eclectic, and he considers home to be a very, very dynamic place, right? Now that question is, now that we've created these cohort, how can we make them actionable in media? Because these are based on life stage, mindset, etc., right? Which is why data became the bedrock of our campaign. So we corroborated data from across different partners, including Meta, Visa, Paytm, MediaCard, Spotify, BookMyShow, etc. And we created these 3 cohorts, very distinctive cohorts, right? Like, for example, a discerning excellence person is someone who is into frequent luxury shopping. He's into luxury resort, international travel, etc. And he owns a very premium credit card and spend about $1.5 lakh on this credit card bill on a monthly basis. Followed by an ambitious influencer. he's identified as a young parent who spends on smart appliance tech stuff because he wants to stay ahead of the pack, and he spent about 50K to $1.5 lakh on his credit card bill. And finally, a thriving aspirer who's young, he's a value seeker, he's a discount hunter, and because he's young, he's also has a great nightlife, which is why, and also he spent less than about 50K on his credit card. Now, other than also putting together the transactional audience, leveraging that, how did we also prioritize our platform was based on high SKUs. They were showing you a very quick glimpse of a deployment framework, which ensured all the 3 key cohort was completely covered. So there was a common touchpoint TV, which was going across, and Meta and YouTube, which was largely targeted to in-market and interest audience. And Meta, where we said, like I said earlier, it was targeted based on the credit. Along with the common touch point for the discerning excellence, we focused on connected TV, Amazon Fire Stick, and we also cherry-picked outdoor sites, which are like in around Jihu, BKC, along with airports. And cinema was particularly done for this cohort. And high SKUs mediums such as in platforms such as LinkedIn, Money Control, and Spotify was leveraged. For ambitious influencers, again, TV was connected TV with Fire Stick, and LinkedIn was leveraged. And for thriving aspirers, which was slightly different, we also leveraged transit medium like metro and local train, along with the high SKU medium, which is glance. Right? Now, let's look at an AV, which will help us visualize how our strategy translated into an execution and how did we engage with each of these cohorts extremely distinctively.
Sleep isn't one size fits all, and IKEA understood that. Different people had different sleep requirements. Therefore, at IKEA, we zeroed down on 3 critical cohorts with distinct sleep needs based on their life stage, lifestyle, family setup, work pressure, and need state. Through this focus, we were able to create a truly personalized experience for each consumer segment. IKEA didn't just sell beds, they offered personalized sleep sanctuaries. Deep consumer insights with a powerful data-driven approach allowed us to transform the 3 cohorts into actionable media cohorts by leveraging transactional data. We created an extremely targeted media campaign, ensuring that our message resonated with the right people on the right platforms. We uncovered the platforms where each cohort spent most of their time and attention. For discerning excellence who achieved so much in life, sleep is an expression of their accomplishments and a sanctuary that reflects their refined taste. Through premium placements in Amazon Fire Stick billboards, YouTube CTV, LinkedIn, and Money Control. Out of home, though a mass medium, was strategically used by cherry-picking sites only in affluent areas for maximum visibility within the cohort. For ambitious influencers whose sleep is creating a space of order and peace, a place where you can finally exhale and let go of the day's worries, we used impactful placements on Amazon Fire Stick and LinkedIn. For thriving aspirers, a young professional starting their career and setting up their first apartment. For them, sleep is the simple comfort of a space they can finally call their own. They're always on the go, and mobile is their first screen, so we used glance, mobile OTTs, and contextual targeting on VServe display. Through out of home, we were present on transit mediums like Mumbai local metros. Through transactional data, we refined our cohorts and ensured high reach and frequency against each of our cohorts on YouTube and Meta. We maximize impact through our overreaching medium TV. IKEA's data-driven approach proved that understanding your audience is key to success. As a result, brand desire surged by 22%, Toma increased by 17%, and unaided consideration jumped by 14%. IKEA became synonymous with personalized sleep solutions. There was a 6% jump in differentiating factors from other players without any offers or discounts. We clocked 16% incrementality in revenue index to goal, 17% incrementality in visitation index to goal over the same period last year. They didn't just help India sleep better, they reimagined the very idea of sleep, one personalized dream at a time.
Ikea helped Indians sleep better, reflecting in a 2x increase in sale for Ikea sleep-related products over last year's same period. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks. The next presentation is entry ID 609, UltraTech Cement, Yashasvi Sarpanch.
Just give me a minute, please.
Sure.
Yeah. Let me know.
All good. You can start now.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Most of us here know of this, may have heard or even read this somewhere. Mahatma Gandhi once said, "The future of India lies in its villages." Viksit Bharat 2047 is the government's vision to transform the country into a self-reliant and prosperous economy by 2047, which cannot be achieved without a developed Bharat. You may ask, why am I even talking about this year? So let us start with looking at a few numbers. 70% of India lives in 6 lakh villages, and there are almost 4 million new homes that are built every year in the rural geographies. These geographies are important to UltraTech Cement as 64% of our trade sales comes from rural. Close to 50% of rural households are in our focus 5 states. But these are competition-strong markets where we are up against legacy brands. Winning the hearts and minds of our audience demanded a disruptive idea, as building preference for a brand is the toughest challenge. Hence, we had to work on paths which are not regularly used. Let us understand what and how. There are numerous government schemes available, such as the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana or the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. There has to be a trusted source of information guiding the rural populace to avail these schemes. The Pradhan, Mukhya or Sarpanch is the one who is responsible for the implementation and delivery of critical government programs at the grassroots levels. A key decision maker for village infrastructure development. He is the key opinion leader in the community. Many are young first-time Sarpanches or Pradhans with no prior experience in executing village infrastructure projects. There are no credible platforms to both acknowledge their efforts and empower them with the right expertise for successful infra development. Now that caught our attention. Inspired by the impact of Sarpanch's work, UltraTech launched Yashasvi Sarpanch, an industry-first program to honor their contribution to village infrastructure in Rajasthan, the third largest rural populated state in the country. The campaign had to be modeled to leverage the scale and penetration of one of the most trusted sources of information. And we chose Rajasthan Patrika as our partner. To achieve this task, we rolled out a 4-month multimedia strategy, identifying them as 2 pillars of success. In the Inspire phase, a comprehensive awareness campaign launched the Sarpanch Connect initiative, motivating Sarpanches to showcase their contributions to regional infrastructure development. In the Celebrate phase, a distinguished jury comprising architects, engineers, IT professionals, and retired civil development officers evaluated entries and honored winners across 7 nodes, culminating in a grand felicitation. In Inspire phase, we aim to reach at least 50% of the Sarpanches of Rajasthan. We partnered with Rajasthan Patrika for statewide print coverage and regional radio for language inclusivity, digital innovations, initiatives across digital open web, TV news channels promoted the event. Alongside this, in the media-poor regions of Rajasthan, we also deployed publication reporters, stringer networks, and promoters to engage with Sarpanches directly, helping them understand about the initiative and encouraging them to participate. With this media amplification, we tasted our first success With 8,903 unique entries being received, 80% of the Sarpanches participated full-heartedly. As we move towards the next phase to celebrate, a distinguished jury panel evaluated and celebrated the success of the Sarpanches across 7 nodes of Rajasthan. At each nodal event, exclusive UltraTech zones were set up, where our experts engaged in discussing the Sarpanches, providing a platform for knowledge sharing and reinforcing UltraTech's role as a trusted advisor. So of the 7 nodal events, we now had 140 Sarpanches who qualified for the finale. Yes, each and every entry was their batch of success in building infrastructure for a developed constituency. Our thought leadership, commitment and impact at scale was also noticed by the government, and we have been honored by their presence to felicitate Sarpanches at nodal and state levels. The campaign culminated in Jaipur, where Rajasthan's Chief Minister Bhajanlal Sharma honored top 20 Yashasvi Sarpanches. During the event, we also launched a dedicated helpline providing Sarpanches direct access to engineers for infrastructure-related queries. Media coverage for the finale was carried out across multimedia, spotlighting winners. UltraTech engaged with Sarpanches post-event to explore future collaborations. These discussions strengthen relationships with the regional leaders, reinforcing UltraTech as a trusted infrastructure partner. Let's have a look at the success of this campaign in detail.
In the heart of rural India, dreams take shape, brick by brick, home by home. Yet, for 90% of independent home builders, IHBs, this is a once-in-a-lifetime journey, often navigated without any guidance. This is where UltraTech, India's #1 cement brand, steps in, bringing knowledge, innovation, and trust to ensure every home is built on a foundation of aspirations and ambition. Due to limited media reach to fierce competition, building trust has always been key. That's why UltraTech did not just sell cement, it fostered connections, strengthening its promise of Gaon Banega to Desh Badhega and driving transformation in small towns and rural areas. These rural areas are developed by leadership initiatives driven by visionaries, where village Sarpanches become true enablers of progress, infrastructure, and the future of their communities. This vision gave birth to a revolution. Yashasvi Sarpanch, Gaon Banega to Desh Badhega. Rajasthan, one of the largest states in India and one of our core growth market, was chosen for this initiative. We implemented a structured 4-month multi-phase strategy. Inspire, created awareness, drove engagement and encouraged Sarpanches to participate in the initiative. Celebrate, recognize top Sarpanches and amplify their success stories at regional and state levels. Leveraging the vast reach of Rajasthan Patrika, the state's leading publication, we launched a print-led multimedia initiative. We deployed teaser jackets, campaign awareness ads, reminder ads, and audience-focused articles in a local newspaper and online, ensuring broad outreach in regions with low media penetration. On TV, regional news channels and cable boosted campaign reach, aligning with Sarpanch values and showcasing UltraTech's grassroots commitment. Through All India Radio, we extended our reach into rural interiors, while private FM amplified campaign frequency. Ensuring strong engagement, we leveraged the Stinger network with vans, posters, and leaflets to deliver targeted messages and drive participation in remote regions. 80% Sarpanches have participated via the dedicated microsite. A distinguished jury panel evaluated entries across 7 nodes. On-ground events were held where cabinet ministers honored the top 20 Sarpanches from each region. The campaign concluded with a state-level event where the state chief minister honored the top 20 Yashasvi Sarpanch. Extensive post-event coverage amplified winner stories across print, social media, WhatsApp, radio and TV.
और मैं राजस्थान पत्रिका और अल्ट्राटेक सीमेंट को धन्यवाद कहना चाहूँगी कि उन्होंने मेरे द्वारा किए गए कार्यों को सराहा और हमें यशस्वी सरपंच का सम्मान दिया.
We also collaborated with KBC to honor and elevate Sarpanch stories to the national audiences.
मेरा नाम सुष्मिलता है. अल्ट्राटेक को बहुत-बहुत धन्यवाद देना चाहूँगी कि इस तरीके के राष्ट्रीय मंच पर और आपके सामने मुझे आने का मौका मिला.
Results: engagement rate from a mere 14% has moved up to 69%. Brand relative recommendation scores up by 2x and consideration scores by 1.5x. The impact went beyond numbers. UltraTech didn't just run a campaign, it sparked a movement that's only just beginning, shaping tomorrow's Bharat and strengthening our belief. Gaon Banega, to Desh Badhega.
By celebrating over 11,000 gram sarpanches in Rajasthan, this initiative strengthened rural
Last
leadership
minute.
and proved the power of purpose-driven impact that UltraTech created, turning engagement into action, trust into advocacy, and leadership into lasting change, driving real change where it matters the most. Reinforcing our vision, Gaon Banega, to Desh Badhega. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks. The next presentation is entry ID 611, UltraTech Cement Limited, Banega to Badhega, India.
Allow me a moment, please.
Please let me know when I can begin.
You can start now.
Good afternoon, jury. I am Ajay Damani and taking you through our work on Banega to Badhega, India. We have all heard about or seen the Statue of Unity. To many, it's just a tourist spot. But to us, it's an infrastructure project that upscaled human lives surrounding this place. But little did we know that Kevadia, where the Statue of Unity is located, was a very rural area with barely any signs of development until the statue was built. The Statue of Unity attracted 50 lakh plus tourists, 400 crore in revenue only from ticket sales, hotels, roads, rail routes, leading all to increased employment opportunities in Kevadia. All of this directly as a result of building the statue. This is the true power of infrastructure. It is an enabler of aspirations for billion Indians. It empowers people to live, thrive, and achieve. And while often unseen, let's be clear, this is the bedrock for nation building. But tell me, did you know that UltraTech Cement was a part of these projects? Yes, UltraTech Cement builds infrastructure projects which helps build our nation. How? Because most of the infrastructure projects use UltraTech Cement. Though India knows us as India's #1 cement, it starts and ends with it. We had to change this perception. We had to tell urban India that we also fuel India's growth story. Building on this insight, UltraTech set out to drive preference among key contributors to infrastructural development, building not just physically, but emotionally and aspirationally towards the nation's progress. The objective was beautifully captured in the line Banega to Badhega, India. The more infrastructure UltraTech undertakes, the more India will grow, and we had to bring this to life. We engaged with a diverse set of audience, bureaucrats, policymakers, investors, and urban decision makers. Our strategy targeted affluent multi-screen engagers consuming premium news, finance portals, podcasts, and paid OTT content, ensuring high-impact engagement across their preferred media. But how do we make infrastructure appeal to them? How do we make Banega to Banega resonate with them? By bringing out the benefits of infrastructure. Not the grandeur, not the architectural marvel, but the many ways bridges, buildings, roads have improved the lives of Indians. We converted these infrastructure projects that Indians viewed as inanimate objects into human stories. The story was clear. UltraTech builds infrastructure, infrastructure improves the lives of citizens, and citizens can do more with all these facilities available, all leading to our nation's growth. The initiative was brought to life through the butterfly effect, which suggested that small changes create powerful ripple effects. Infrastructure transformations, though scattered, drive profound progress, shaping civilizations and enhancing lives in ways often unseen. Similarly, strategic media touchpoints, when woven together, amplify reach and impact at scale. We built a strategy around this core idea, harnessing stories of ambition, growth, and transformation. Our approach was multifaceted, based on consumer understanding powered by our agency audience tools, where we wove in content and media together to create a targeted approach that ensured these stories reached our audiences via credible endorsements, human infra stories, and reach effectiveness programs. Leveraging SRK's credibility, we executed a high-impact multimedia campaign with programmatic precision targeting across multiple platforms to engage this user base. Prioritizing CTV, we used advanced TV to achieve 90% penetration in 6 weeks, ensuring peak hour visibility on premium schemes for decision makers. News channels partnered with us, amplifying Banega to Badhega India with unprecedented credibility. In a first-of-its-kind editorial integration, top anchors and reporters showcased UltraTech's real-world impact through multilingual segments, delivering a powerful and journalistic campaign. This was supported by an early roadblock across news networks starting 7 days to launch. We captured every opportunity that came our way, be it interim budgets or the general elections that's shaping India's progress. To drive civic participation under the Banega to Badhega initiative, we mapped 20,000 plus polling booths and ran geo-targeted ads urging citizens to vote with the message, Vote Karega to Majboot Banega India, using InMobi electoral data and integrating it with Google Maps. To make Banega to Badhega a compelling call among opinion leaders and affluent audiences, we partnered with top influencers across cricket, travel, infotainment, finance, and cultural storytelling, leveraging their credibility to elevate brand perception and expand reach. 48 plus bespoke real stories showcased how infrastructure drives ambition, all of which were amplified for digital influencers across media platforms. We also used hyperlocal targeting around key landmarks and megastructures, delivering personalized message on infrastructure's impact. Digital audio dominance on Spotify and Ghana featured compelling audio stories, reinforcing for deeper engagement. The brand film was also prominently advertised, identifying select top shows that resonated with the affluent audience across key platforms. Mass and allied sport tournaments like IPL, T20 World Cup, Australian Open, and leading TV shows like Shark Tank India were utilized to build reach among the premium subscribers. Let's have a look at the execution.
India stands on the brink of a new era. But what fuels this progress? The answer lies in the infrastructure that connects us to new possibilities. These structures aren't just about construction. They are the foundation of aspirations. Yet, their role has long remained outside mainstream conversations. UltraTech Cement recognized that infrastructure doesn't just support growth, it enables it. But how do you make a nation see beyond cement and concrete? You turn structures into stories. That's how Banega to Badhega India was born.
Banega to Badhega India.
Not as a tagline, but as a movement proving that with the right foundation, progress follows. To make Banega to Badhega India a movement, we had to be where India listens, watches, and engages every day. We integrated across the pillars of mainstream conversations. The movement was ignited with the first ever editorial launch during prime time news, where leading anchors decoded the role of infrastructure in India's progress.
Banega India to Badhega India.
Every movement needs a cause, and we found ours in real stories.
Little did she know that this infrastructure would soon become the source of happiness in not just her life, but for her entire family.
To build credibility, we took the conversation where policymakers shape India's future.
Banega India to Badhega India.
From India Today Conclave to TV9 Conclave leaders, including the Prime Minister, reinforced infrastructure as India's backbone. The movement gained momentum as voices shaping public opinion, financial experts, cultural storytellers, and digital creators gave it a human lens, making infrastructure's impact relatable.
UltraTech Banega to Badhega India.
And when the world's largest democracy voted, our belief in a stronger India took a new form.
मैं वोट करना चाहता हूं पर पता नहीं वोटिंग बूथ कहां पे।
In a first of its kind tech integration, we collaborated with the Chief Electoral Officer's portal and Google Maps,
helping millions locate polling booths and ensuring every vote strengthened the nation. As India built forward, we ensured the message resonated at every new landmark. Using hyperlocal pin code targeting across OTT, we told stories of India's mega structures to those crossing them.
आप जैसे हजारों प्रवासियों का समय ट्रैफिक के बजाय अपने अपनों के साथ क्वालिटी टाइम स्पेंड करने में।
And through influential voices in radio and storytelling, we surfaced unheard stories, turning Banega to Badhega India into a shared belief.
Over 1 million Indians pledged their belief in Banega to Badhega India,
proving that a stronger India today isn't just being built, it's being lived.
इंडिया बनता रहेगा तो आगे बढ़ता रहेगा। अल्ट्राटेक सीमेंट बनेगा तो बढ़ेगा इंडिया।
While the campaign was a resonating success, with a 2x rise in perception as a nation builder and a 33% increase in recognition for its role in national progress, UltraTech has solidified its leadership. Endorsement as the #1 cement brand surged 78%, reinforcing trust and impact. But more importantly, thousands resonated with the thought, proving that progress is not just seen, but lived. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, now we are moving to the next category, Young MU of the Year. And the first presentation is entry ID 5608 for Cadbury 510 Cadbury Celebrations.
Yeah, I'll just share my screen. Yeah, please let me know if my screen is visible.
Yes, good to go now. You can start now.
Good. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Navneet Kabra. And if there's one card in a deck that I connect with, it's the Joker. A wild card that can flip the game. That's exactly how I approach occasion marketing for Cadbury, by rewriting the rules and getting Cadbury the winning hand. Occasion marketing in India was stuck in a loop of predictability, filled with forgettable messages and clutter. Every festival followed the same playbook. Valentine's Day, love stories. Diwali, discounts. Raksha Bandhan, emotional ads about siblings, but no real innovation. In this game, where everyone follows these rules, I decided it was time to break them. And when the game is broken, the Joker doesn't follow the rules. He changes the game with his move. I didn't tweak the old playbook. I crushed it. I played moves that flipped the script for Cadbury's occasion marketing. The time travel bluff, changing the suit, and the wild card for kings. Let's start with the first move. The time travel bluff, erasing Valentine's Day and making singles win.
We've built the world's first time travel vessel designed to achieve humanity's ultimate goal. To skip Valentine's Day entirely in 1 minute. How?
Because of different time zones, when it is Valentine's Day morning on this island, it will already be 6 a.m. in Peru, 9 p.m. in Australia, and February 15th morning in this area. So if a vessel travels in this direction across the international date line, it will skip 24 hours in just 1 minute, while the people inside just eat 5-star and do nothing.
I made Erase V-Day not to be escaped for the Gen Z with a full-scale digital invasion. To make this a movement, I brought in Rohit Shetty, Varun Sharma, Tanmay Bhatt, and Samay Raina, voices Gen Z actually listens to. Engineer virality by turning Erase V-Day into internet-first content, memes, and shareable moments that spread organically. I turned this content into a real-time spectacle, with Tanmay Bhatt and Samay Raina hosting this mission to erase Valentine's Day on YouTube Live. And in a typical breaking news style, onboarded Times of India to provide real-time updates of the mission. We got 2.2 million organic interaction, 48 million organic views, and received tons of acknowledgement in various forums. Now it's time for the second move, changing the suit by turning ads into stores and making queens win during Diwali.
चल 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 तू सबसे आगे चल चल बढ़ 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 तू सबसे आगे बढ़ मंजिल के परे अपना निशा बना चांद सितारा नहीं तू आसमां बन जा
Enabled seamless online discovery by partnering with Mappls, India's second largest map application. Made homepreneurs unmissable using digital billboards, branded bus stops, and QR codes that turn every ad into a storefront. I flipped the very challenges faced by the homepreneurs into opportunities of discoverability and contributed in booming an entire new sector of small businesses using the power of media. Third move, the wildcard for kings, I mean the brothers, helping them give special unclaimed memories.
This Rakhi, log on to CadburyCreatingMemories.com. Tell us a bit about yourself. Share an unclicked memory. Upload your and your sister's recent photos. Share your memory online or have it delivered home for your sister.
I made sure brothers couldn't scroll past Rakhi by strategically hijacking the apps they use on a daily basis. Brought the idea to life via integrations in reality shows KBC and Big Boss. I simplified the gifting journey by replicating the microsite experience on WhatsApp, making it easy for any brother to turn a simple gift into a cherished memory. To inspire action, I onboarded 30 male influencers to use our AI tool to surprise their sisters. For last-minute gifters, I placed the reminders on post-order pages of quick commerce apps, ensuring no brother forgot Rakhi. More than 300,000 brothers surprised their sisters, leading to over 8% offtake growth. But more importantly, it helped make so many siblings' special day even more special. So let's conclude. 3 occasions, 3 bold moves. I, the Joker, didn't just play the game. I made sure Cadbury won it. By transforming a romantic occasion into a movement that united singles. By turning every ad into a store in the spirit of generosity. And by elevating a low-involvement gifting moment into a lifelong memory. Just like the Joker, I completed the hand in a deck. My strategies were the final piece that turned solid plans into a winning hand. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next presentation is entry ID 5601 for Swiggy Instamart.
Just a minute, I'll just load the screen. Are we good? Is my screen visible and I'm audible?
Yes, but your computer sound haven't shared.
Oh, Just a second. Just stop share again. Sorry. Share sound. I'm done. Okay, you're good?
Yes, all good.
Okay. Okay. Hi, my name is Preksha Kotian, and I'll tell you that what we did to make Swiggy unmissable in media. One fine day in the month in the year 2022, I walked into office and we had a new brief. Okay, that of course, Swiggy did democratize food and groceries. But what next for Swiggy, right? I mean, the only one-liner brief that we got from the client is how do you make it the go-to platform? Of course, quantify it with increase in TOMA exponentially. How do you increase the per session on the app? But that being said, what is it for Swiggy after democratizing post-COVID, right? I went back to the drawing board with my team and I realized that, of course, this is not just a share of orders for Swiggy, but it's also a share of mind because overnight there was disruption by our competition, by many other ONDCs that came onto the platform selling food, right, online, just like that. When we went back and we realized that, while consumers loved everything that we did at Swiggy, but we were not their only option, right? When you look at what we at Swiggy, which is Swiggy Foods and Swiggy Instamart, we also had a competition who were enjoying a lot of loyal users. For example, if Foods was a 19%, our competition was at a 30%. Surprisingly, even for Instamart, the same case, right? We didn't enjoy a lot of soulless users. The risk that we had at hand was we are just another preference, not a habit yet. That was a brief actually to me and my team that if what on media can we do to create that sort of a habitual preference that every time you think of food, every time you think of quick deliveries, you think of Swiggy, right? What is it in media that we can do differently? The reality and the insight that we had on hand is, of course, every other app in this entire app economy is constantly driven by the fact that how are we getting repeat users? But there comes the game that today loyalty will only come from emotional connection. In our agency and in our tools, we had a proprietary study which told us that today, after 8-minute delivery is actually a second nature. Every communication is around convenience, but consumers are not seeking that because it's 2025. Every app is talking convenience. So let's stop with product comms for once, right? So what is it that we can actually do? Surprisingly, when we looked at Swiggy scores, we were still speaking a lot functional. We were still speaking a lot product and app, but consumers had moved way, way, way beyond. They wanted emotions. They wanted personal cues. That was where the change in our planning had come out, right? As a comms planner on the account of Swiggy, we went back and we realized that what is it that we can do? Of course, convenience is a key game, but today food equals emotions. Today food equals happiness. And of course, for us at Swiggy, a lot of orders come from, we wanted to, tap into the tier 2 and tier 3, which we call it as India Next markets. So how do we regionalize our entire brand and get in more? That's where Swiggy's media anchor was born. That at Swiggy, we don't just deliver food anymore, we deliver delights. For us, delivering delights was not just about reach, but how do we make that impact? How do we make it a ritual that every time you think of anything beyond food, it's Swiggy. And with that, we actually, how delivering delights panned out is one meaningful media idea made Swiggy move away from craving conversation to actual culture. 3 legs, high impact visibility. For us and my team, the brief was very clear. We are not breaking into the clutter because, come on, we are a media agency, right? Let's not break into clutter, but break into culture. Hyper-personalization, owning those moments that trigger impulse orders because we are in the business of impulse buying. And omni-channel. Every innovation in media, every ad, from browsing to search, it was just one click away. And with that, the last 12 months, we delivered delights every single time. This is something that makes us very happy in-house, that the last 2 years, we democratized Bhog for every elderly people who couldn't go to the pandals, right? We got them Bhog at home. If you're thinking about Valentine's Day and you are moving on the Carter Street, you absolutely forgot what you wanted to give, just break open this Swiggy installation that gives you in minutes. This is something that I'll be talking about. One fine morning on a Sunday, you open the newspaper and it writes, read this ad with your nose. That's what we did. Again, an Insta Modak delivery. And the last, our newest baby on the cradle is, we've of course delivered Bhog to the elderlies, but this year we took Ma Durga into the Sundarbans to give inclusivity for the tiger widows, right? We deliver delights every single time in media. This is something that I'll be talking about what we did for Swiggy Instamart, right? One fine day on a Sunday morning, you open to luscious front page ad of mangoes, and the front page reads as, read this ad with your nose, right? Beautifully executed by our partners at Times of India. And what a stunner front ad, right? Of course, not just visually, but sales grew by 2x in Bombay compared to the last week. Orders shot up to almost 2.29%. We just didn't sell mangoes. We sold an entirely nostalgia to a child who loves mangoes, right? I mean, that's what we did. We delivered delight when this newspaper came home on a Sunday morning. Instant modak delivery, right? On a bustling street of Carter Road, imagine you are out and about in true blue Mumbaikar spirit of Ganesh Chaturthi, and you see this installation, Ghanti Vajwa, Mithai Milwa. You just go, ring the bell, get an instant modak delivered free of cost. Not just that, we actually saw that the entire installation gave us almost a 967% increase of orders for modak. In Mumbai, the sales grew by 98%. Again, an OH idea which just didn't sell modaks but sold a lot of true spirit and pride for Mumbaikar. I'll show you what exactly this looked like for us. With that, delivering delights was not just any media idea. It's the way that my team and I breathe our daily life. Like next time when you see a Swiggy ad and if you have a smile on your face, you exactly know what our motive was. Thank you. And that's my time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next presentation is entry ID 5616 for Britannia NutriChoice, Britannia Bourbon, and Britannia Milk Bikis.
Hi, I'm just setting it up. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Let me know when I can start.
Good to go now. You can start now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Arnav Sood, and I'm excited to share the incredible journey I have had in my first year at a media agency. But before we dive in, let me share some more details about myself. Over the last 5 years, I have worked at the intersection of technology, creativity, marketing, and partnerships, launching innovations that have redefined customer experiences. From presenting XR innovations to Prime Minister Modi during India's 5G launch to making millions watch IPL live in 360 VR with GeoDive. I have seen how technology moves from hype to real-world impact. And when I stepped into my new role, I was given one clear objective: grow the business by deploying context solutions that solve real marketing problems. The briefs I got from Britannia were right up my alley. And today I will talk about 3 unique challenges and 3 unique solutions. First up is Britannia NutriChoice, a truly healthy 0% maida biscuit struggling to stand out in a market flooded with misleading healthy claims. To reach health-conscious urban consumers, we tapped into their morning newspapers. But the challenge, newspapers are trusted, but ads in them are usually ignored. Therefore, We pioneered India's first mixed reality print innovation, turning a static newspaper ad into an interactive experience. Taking a bold risk, we ran an unbranded front page ad featuring Ranveer Singh and a giant QR code, and a cryptic CTA scan to unmute me, timed perfectly well with Ranveer and Deepika's pregnancy buzz. It achieved a 4% scan rate, 4x the industry standards, and drove 14 seconds of engagement per user, unheard of for a print ad. The impact: zero paid amplification, influencers and business leaders organically created content, making this a viral success with over 1 crore worth of earned media and over 90 million views on print and digital versus only 1.48 million of print circulation alone. Now let's see it in action.
Britannia NutriChoice digestive biscuits are the only digestive biscuits made with 100% atta and no maida, which means choosing any other digestive biscuit is a little like choosing this over this. Make the NutriChoice.
This wasn't just a campaign, it started a whole new movement. Brands across industries are now exploring how to make print ads immersive, and even publishers are using this technology to sell ad inventories. Now, on to our second challenge. Oreo dominated pop culture through cricket, OTT, and desserts, backed by massive spends and global tie-ups, turning Britannia Bourbon from a market leader into a challenger brand. But Bourbon kept consumers at the core and went searching for what they were really seeking. 75% of consumers crave innovative DIY desserts, and Google searches for fusion recipes like gulab jamun cheesecake, chocolate sandesh soared by 400%, proving a growing demand for unique, personalized creations. Therefore, to break free from only finding Oreo milkshakes and cheesecakes at cafes, we partnered with Google Gemini and launched India's first multi-modal AI recipe platform, empowering consumers to reimagine desserts with AI-driven creativity. Now, let's see how we deployed Bourbon.
Introducing the world's first Google Gemini-powered DIY dessert revolution, reimagining recipes with Britannia Bourbon. With Bourbon, a simple yet powerful recipe innovation tool, we brought the power of imagination at consumers' fingertips. Access and analyze the largest recipe repository on YouTube. Just drop a recipe link, text, or even a picture, and Gemini bourbonizes it. Vortex AI customizes and reimagines every recipe, giving consumers not only the textual recipes but firing up their imagination with stunning AI-generated dessert visuals.
Judges, please don't forget my bourbon brownie points while thinking about all these yummy recipes. Now, our toughest challenge: reaching fathers in media dark markets, where Britannia Milk Bikis was losing market share to Patanjali Doodh Biscuits, which leveraged Baba Ramdev's spiritual and Ayurvedic influence to position itself as a healthier choice. Using Maverick, a data-driven micro-planning tool, we identified 16 districts where Britannia was losing market share. We deployed 3 GenAI-powered voice calls, first time ever, delivering personalized content in regional dialects. The messaging even took a subtle dig at Baba, reinforcing that Parvarish needs care, not just slogans. Now, let's listen to one of these calls, which was wholly AI generated.
पापा त्रिपाठी का मिर्जापुर को सलाम। पापा त्रिपाठी कई किरदार हैं, कभी चोटी बनाने वाला उस्ताद तो कभी गणित का जादूगर, जो किसी बाबा की तरह परवरिश का ज्ञान नहीं बांटते, पर कभी दूध पीने में सख्त।
Further, GenAI enabled hyper-local customization, generating 50 plus unique voice creatives tailored to each region. Let me show you an example.
पापा त्रिपाठी का प्रतापगढ़ को सलाम, पापा त्रिपाठी का आजमगढ़ को सलाम।
To drive deeper engagement, active listeners opted in via responsive IBRS and missed call bots, joining a live Q&A session with Papa Tripathi on M Samvad, India's largest audio bridge, also used by PM Modi for rural outreach. Here's a glimpse of the live interaction.
सभी से निवेदन है, परवरिश के मसले पर मन में जो भी हो, बेझिझक पूछिए। सवाल पूछने के लिए 9 दबाइए।
नमस्ते पंकज जी, मैं श्रीवास्तव इलाहाबाद से। हमारी डिम्पल 13 का पहाड़ा याद करने की।
Lastly, to measure campaign success and effectiveness, we deployed a GDPR compliant tool called Sampark. Talking about the numbers, each solution was uniquely designed, but together they delivered a massive brand impact of over 140 million consumers across different touchpoints and delivering industry-first innovations across print, digital, and rural voice. The work not only delivered numbers, but also set new industry benchmarks, making Britannia the mobile marketer of the year. Therefore, before I end, I would like to call out that tech is not only for gimmicks, it solves actual marketing problems and can drive significant business. 3 key learnings for all marketers in the house. Tech makes print social, tech can influence consumer behavior, and tech is the torch for scaling in media dark markets. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. The next presentation is 5615 Cadbury Oreo.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Without the presenter view?
Yes.
Please let me know when to begin.
Yes, you can start now.
Good afternoon, judges. Don't you feel everyone around you is playing life like it's a serious competitive game? Me, I've always treated life like a playground with no rules. And that's how destiny introduced me to my soulmate. I mean, Oreo, my playful partner in crime. It was like love at first dunk. Just like everyone, Oreo was playing a serious game too. It had to grow business in a cluttered market, dominated with legacy brands. And I did what I do best, inject playfulness to turn business fight into playful delight. So while every entry, like the previous one, drowns you in AI and businesses,
सही था क्या? भैंचो यहाँ पे इंटरनेट भी नहीं है
sit
bro.
back as I and Oreo transport you to simpler, more playful times of a fun game.
Overall, बाकी सब ठीक था? कोई वीडियो वगैरह तक तो नहीं थी?
Remember me? A game with twists and turns at every level. But the final level is only one, to the top. And so, I began the journey to save my brand stuck in the castle of a serious world. India was hosting the World Cup after 12 long years on its home soil. A billion hearts desired a single dream. Oreo heard these billion hearts cheering and decided to not cheer this time. You heard that right. Let's watch why.
Oreo had to talk and resonate with all of India. And what does all of India really love? The Cricket World Cup. The World Cup was held in India after 12 long years. Everyone just talked about the team winning, creating immense pressure on the players and their performance. This happens in sport, right? You just talk about your team winning, and there, you jinx it. Presenting Oreo Bola Mat Bol, where we asked ardent Indian cricket fans to not speak about India's winning chances. But wait a minute, why would they listen to us? Luckily, we had him. Oreo Bola Mat. And the entire country agreed to go shh.
While the cricket fanatic Indian in me wanted to cheer out loud, the jinxer in me wanted to dial it down. So my role was to take my media strategy to partner with every digital, OTT, print, TV touchpoint that cheered the loudest and ask them to silence it out. I started by getting TOI to redact winning related words. Hotstar to play jinx disclaimers before every match.
This message is issued in interest of Team India. Oreo bola, mat bol.
ESPN to send anti-jinx updates upon score checking. And news anchors to not predict, along with 15 plus impactful media partners who made the entire nation go from how was that to let's not say that in real time. With 212 million reach, 11x growth in consumption, and 35% increase in Toma, Oreo Bola Mat Bol spread beyond the boundary line, straight into the heart of every Indian. But on level 2, as Oreo entered India's hearts, it was time to enter it in grocery carts of people in Tamil Nadu, its key market. My research revealed that culture and cinema were Tamil Nadu's strong passion points, and locals eagerly awaited a big Pongal release. The answer was right in front of us.
We decided to turn a multi-day harvest festival to a multiplex festival and gave people of Tamil Nadu a chance to celebrate more. Presenting the black and white Oreo ticket. In a state with only a few hundred theatres, Pongal releases saw tickets in fewer hands, which meant either miss the show or pay premium in black tickets. So, we gave more people the chance to watch first day, first show by creating 5 AM shows for people to watch super early. We then turned our packs into tickets with brand new cookie designs that turned it into a collectible.
I spearheaded the media partnership of making Oreo the catalyst who let locals experience this anticipated moment in Tamil cinema. I also partnered with the state's leading grocery app, Big Basket, to list our packs on a flash sale, which got sold in a flash. My media strategy was to map the journey of a true cinema fan. So in true South style, I revealed the campaign's first look via a 40-feet giant poster by pouring milk over it. Next, I hijacked the state's biggest ticketing platforms, Book My Show and Paytm Insider, to invite locals for a first day, first show screening. And lastly, I partnered with PVR to give true local cinema fans an opportunity to witness Captain Miller hours before the world did. I didn't just fill theaters, but acquired a front row seat in the heart of every local, without sponsorship, movie rights, or a budget like the current Dream 11 ad. With 29% business growth, 2.1 percentage point increase in market share in less than 7 days, our media strategy was a box office success in Tamil Nadu. But the last level to save the brand took this game to another level. The challenge was out of the world, literally.
Smile, you made me smile. You came to me. Now my heart is smiling and free. Can't you see?
Now twist, lick, dunk in space. Win a chance to go to space with the all-new Oreo Space Dunk Pack.
With Rakesh Sharma being the only Indian to travel in space 40 years ago, my media challenge was not just to sell biscuits, but to sell an experience of space travel to an entire nation with a microsite. So I mapped out the process of planning a trip for India using the right media partners and right media placements, starting from passive travelers, nudging them to be curious researchers, and finally converting them to participate as active travelers. So I began disrupting on India's high-impact platforms like YouTube, newspaper, outdoor, and IPL on TV. I then hijacked every travel-related content on the internet with contextual ads. And lastly, I cracked an industry-first partnership with Make My Trip, Yatra, and Paytm, launching space as India's go-to travel destination. Our campaign drove home out-of-the-world media and business numbers with 41% surge in sales, 3x growth in purchase intent, along with an engaging 1.3 crore Indians who joined us in our space journey. So with 6 percentage point increase in brand love and 7% growth in penetration, I and Oreo showed our competition that sometimes even the serious of situations require just a twist of playfulness to succeed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, dear jury members and the presenters, just have a short break of 10 minutes. We'll meet after 10 minutes. Hope this is fine with all jury members.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Hello. Jury members, can we start with the presentations?
Okay, if we do.
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. So the next presentation is entry ID 5622 for Spotify.
Yeah, I'll share my screen. Let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes.
Let me know when I can start.
You can start now.
Good afternoon, jury, and everybody watching on YouTube. Today, I'll be narrating a story about something which is very close to me. So let me start by introducing you to the passionate me. I thrive on new experiences, whether it's hosting events, discovering new places, or sharing my heart out for my inspiration, Virat Kohli. It's this passion that keeps me moving. But like any other product, I too have some attributes, like standing up for what I believe in, backing it up with data, and creating a real and positive impact. When I found a brand that shared similar values, it was not just a good match, it was a win-win situation. Working at Spotify, a brand that's all about uplifting people, conquering challenges, and moving with real purpose, was honestly an incredible ride. So now I'll present 3 cases to you, each solving for the core brand values we discussed. To start with, we'll talk about a campaign that focused on uplifting people. 2024, it was time for India's biggest event, Diljit's concert. No. Big. India versus Pakistan match? Nope. Even bigger. It was elections time, the world's largest democracy, India. So to spark interest in the 250 million plus voters, we did something unique that was never done before. So let's see the AV, know more about it.
It was time for India's biggest event. It was election time in the world's biggest democracy. But some weren't so into it.
इनका कोई ऐप नहीं है? लगे भाई इतनी लंबी लाइनों में यार.
What were they really into? Music. So, could it make them vote too? Spotify presents Play Your Part, a campaign that used music to nudge India to cast its vote. So instead of voters, it spoke to fans. Rahman fans, Pritham fans, Badshah fans. And when the voting day came, guess who showed up? Spotify thanked India with a grand gesture by letting every voter unlock their very own thank you for voting playlists with their newly inked finger. And that's how, just like they play music, India played its part.
360-degree strategy ensured high visibility across different mediums, making sure no point was left untouched. As a result, we reached out to more than 50 million people by delivering 225 million plus impressions, and were also part of more than 200,000 active conversations being done on social media. We also garnered 12 million plus views on our campaign film on YouTube. This is how we at Spotify passionately uplifted the Gen Z fans and turned them to responsible Gen Z voters. The next task was conquering the challenge of acquiring new subscribers. Revenue is the backbone of every organization. And for Spotify, 2024 was a critical year as the sales strategy was losing momentum. Therefore, we dug deep. We realized that in 2024, Gen Zs had turned to value seekers. It wasn't just about the discounts that was being given. It was about the real value being offered. And that's where the mid-year offer initiative came in. We introduced a deal that was too good to ignore, $59 for 3 months of subscription. An offer alone wasn't enough. We had to reach the right audience at the right time. So we identified 3 cohorts: active users, highly engaged users, and deal seekers. Now let's look at the AV to go through the execution.
For Spotify, the challenge wasn't just acquiring new users. It was to transform the customer base from casual listeners into premium users by offering more than just songs, but delivering an uninterrupted, immersive escape, all while reducing the acquisition costs. The breakthrough? Instead of simply pushing ads, Spotify used first-party data to identify key users who are most likely to upgrade. A phased media plan with YouTube, Meta, TV and Snapchat led the users to an irresistible offer. The impact of the campaign was phenomenal. Using high reach and actionability led platforms to hyper-targeted placements, Spotify optimized every marketing dollar spent to garner over 800 million impressions, resulting in a reach of 85% at 14 frequency, leading to 15 million plus clicks at a 1.79% CTR. Ultimately adding more than 600,000 new subscribers, all while making the subscriber acquisition cost 60% more efficient than planned, the lowest in Spotify India's history.
Yes, we delivered 635k new subscribers at the most efficient subscriber acquisition cost. And like that, we passionately conquered the challenge of getting new subscribers. Now let's move to the third case, which was driven by the principle of moving with purpose. But we at Spotify didn't want to just move. We wanted to run like Milka. We realized that post-imposition of feature restrictions on free users in 2023, our base had started to become stagnant, as a result of which our core audiences, Gen Zs and Metros, started disengaging. Hence, we deep dived into 3 data sources. First-party Spotify data, partnered with Paytm to get insights on premium users, and looked at external market trends. We analyzed which demographics and regions were churning the most. Where were new users coming from? What music genres were trending? And their spending patterns. And we used all this as the blueprint for our action. Let's look at the AV to understand the strat.
Our media strategy was built on 3 core pillars: scale, intervene, and impact. A multimedia campaign powered by TV, digital, and performance marketing drove the message home. With sharp audience targeting, reaching music lovers, high-end CTV and OTT users and gamers, we leveraged our first-party data, activating cohorts primed for engagement. 1,992 TGRPs, a digital reach of 169 million, and a total multimedia reach of 202 million at an average frequency of 25 millions of clicks, views, and conversions drove impact. Monthly active users hit 26.6 million, exceeding projections. Churn stabilized at 0.83%. Gen Z engagement climbed by 10%.
Yes, we got 26.6 million MAUs, and with that, we ensured that our campaign Milka moved positively with purpose. As you see on my screen, I leverage the person I bring to work every day on each of the campaigns I worked on to ensure that the end goal was delivered, and the results, they spoke for itself. Signing off, see you at the awards. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next presentation entry ID is 5620 Dream 11.
Is my screen visible? Am I audible?
Yes,
Let me know when can I start.
you can start now.
Thank you. Good morning. Good afternoon. I am Simran Katrani. I grew up in a home where sports was more than just a game. I wasn't just a spectator. I actively participated in multiple sports, including cricket, football, and lawn tennis. I represented my school at state level lawn tennis tournaments. Raised in India, I came from a diverse background. My father spent his earlier years in Pakistan and my mother from Sri Lanka. Every cricket match was watched together amongst these nations like it was its own Asia Cup. Every match, a battle of pride and rivalry. The love for cricket seamlessly blended into my professional life, working with brands like BCCI and Dream11. In 2024, my task was to strengthen Dream11's reputation as a visionary brand and maintain its leadership over competitors by growing the user base. I analyzed IPL's consumer viewing habits and observed that IPL viewing audiences stood at 431 million, while Dream11 user base was just at 200 million, providing a huge 54% headroom for growth. I seemed at 431 million cricket audiences into heavy, medium, and light based on their viewing time using BARC data. I observed that our source of growth was underpenetrated into medium and light cricket viewers at 50% and 24% respectively. For my strategy to prime the medium and light IPL viewers had to be innovative. A Google case study found that light TV viewers spend 6.5 hours catching up missed TV contents on YouTube. To verify, I used TGI to analyze overlap between medium and light TV viewers and YouTube, finding 86% of duplication. Additionally, YouTube CPR was cheaper than TV for our target group. While we launched a Dream Sale campaign on YouTube to prime the light and medium cricket viewers, incentivizing them to sample the Dream11 app. We needed this strategy to reach out our core audiences. I observed that over the past 3 to 4 years, heavy viewers have an increasingly fan loyalty towards their home team. We opt to be the co-presenting sponsor for the tournament, which gave Dream11 ample of opportunity to maximize brand exposure amongst the heavy viewers to encourage trials. Multiple content capsules were implemented to remind users to create on Dream11. On-screen elements provided reminders for heavy viewers. And 15 different TVCs built recall for heavy viewers.
लो पापा, जब तक टूर्नामेंट ऑन है, शर्मा जी का बेटा, मेरा बेटा.
This campaign became a taking point for everyone. Sunil Shetty disowned his own son-in-law for the love of his IPL team. I did not stop here. Let me talk to you about how India was introduced to its newest local language. Beyond my career, I devoted my weekends working with an NGO that supports differently abled children, the blind, hearing impaired, and people with many other disabilities. While volunteering with the KDN Shruti School for the hearing impaired, I noticed that children were watching India's T20 match against Australia with no excitement or joy. It hit me hard how a sport that brings 140 crore Indians together could leave these children so disconnected. I remembered seeing a sign language interpreter on DD News as a child, and through this, if we could bring it on cricket. I suggested my NGO arranging a sign language interpreter for the next India versus Australia T20 match and partnered with India Signing Hands for the task. The transformations were so magical. The children felt every boundary, wicket, and cheer through the commentary in sign language. For the first time, they weren't just watching, but they were feeling the game. This was my eureka moment. If we could do this in school, then why not on live cricket, just like DD News? This idea led to one of the most groundbreaking interventions in cricket broadcasting. We collaborated with Star Sports to bring a sign language interpreter into live cricket and Dream11's ad. A visionary campaign garnered extraordinary results. The IPL campaign reached 337 million medium and light cricket viewers, 1.9x time higher than last year. We closed the penetration gap from 53% in 2023 to 83%. App download grew by 243% on IPL's first day. User base grew from 200 to 230 million. Installations and registrations increased by 19 and 14%. Consideration and ad recall improved by 5%, and spontaneous awareness increased by 3%.
कह रही है मैंने शोर कभी सुना नहीं, पर जब माही को खेलते देखा है मैंने शोर महसूस किया है।
The smiles on faces of 63 million hearing impaired individuals was my biggest achievement of this campaign, which is the Sign Language Initiative. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. The next presentation is entry ID 5634, the Coca-Cola Company.
Hi everyone, is my screen visible?
Yes, visual.
Can I start?
Yes, we can start now.
Good afternoon, judges. My name is Anshika, and today I'll take you through my journey. As a traveler at heart, I know best stories come from real experiences. That's how I approach my campaigns. Not just strategies, but as journeys waiting to be lived, felt, and remembered. And the brand that I work on is a Tufan just like me. India's largest homegrown brand, Thums Up has a bold macho appeal and celebrates national pride. And today, over the next 7 minutes, I'll take you through 2 specific experiences that I've created for the brand. After the 2023 Men's Cricket World Cup, 1.4 billion hopes dimmed. With Thums Up sponsoring 2024 T20 World Cup, it was time to reignite nation's dream. The brief was as old as any advertising itself. Get people to ICC World Cup. Scan, register, win. Simple, right? Well, being a traveler at heart and with my love for the stories, I was not going to miss this opportunity. I saw the brief as a chance to create an experience, not just any campaign. Instead of doing what comes easy, giving match tickets, what if we give once-in-a-lifetime experience to our audience? One that would leave them with stories to tell for generations. And just like that, we took off 36,000 feet into the air on a chartered flight. That became my hero. The journey to be a part of this Tufani flight was super simple. Just scan the QR code on Thums Up bottle and you can be the lucky winner of an unforgettable experience. Our winners and India's top influencers were on the way to West Indies, fueling the ultimate FOMO, creating drama by going live directly from the air. But for it to be an unforgettable story, it needed something more. It needed that action. After landing, we took our fans directly to the stadium to watch an action-packed match live with the legend himself, giving my story the ultimate climax. But it didn't stop there. They partied with Brian Lara at his home. Full Caribbean style. But picture abhi baki hai, judges. We made the impossible happen, giving cricket fans a rare chance to see and click pictures with the iconic T20 Men's ICC trophy. My story came full circle with the limited edition victory cans. Scan it and relive iconic World Cup moments. Here's a quick glimpse into how I brought this journey alive.
Great stories aren't created. They are discovered through life experiences. I am a traveler, always have been. And what I've learned is that best stories aren't created in boardrooms or PowerPoint presentations. They're out there in the world, in real life. So when I think about marketing, I just don't think about strategies or frameworks. I think about the journey, the real ones. You know how you can tell when someone's telling you a story that's actually happened versus the one they just made up? There's just something different about it, right? Stories that stick with you. They have to be real. They have to connect with something you actually care about. And they have to make you feel something that stays with you after the moment's gone. When Thums Up came to me in 2024, they had this straightforward ask: get people to the World Cup. This needed to be something nobody has ever seen before. You have to understand what cricket means in India. 2023 crushed us. We came so close. But for 2024, there was this electric hope in the air. Instead of just sending some lucky winners to the match, we created an entire journey, a story they tell their grandkids. A chartered flight to West Indies, meeting Brian Lara in his actual home, and then a front row seat to the semi-finals. This wasn't watching cricket on TV. This wasn't even watching cricket live. This was being inside cricket, history as it happened. The journey was much bigger than we imagined. Over 100 million voices engaged, reaching more than 470 million hearts. Over 7 million fans scanned in every moment. As over 600 million views proved that the world wanted to be a part of something legendary. Every moment felt real because it was real. When I started this journey, I didn't know what to expect. Now, looking back, I see this was the story I wanted to tell. It wasn't about reaching the destination, but about the shared moments and connection that made this journey unforgettable.
The results we saw were tufani as well. Just as great Funsuk Wangru said in 3 Idiots, success ke piche mat bhago, excellence ka picha karo, success jhak maar ke tumhare piche aayegi. The impact spoke for itself. I knew this was something the audience would remember. The campaign didn't just deliver on metrics, it created a lasting, heartfelt memory. Before I sign off, here's a glimpse of another one of my stories. First ever in cola industry, Thums Up partnered with Hero Maverick and created 100 limited edition bike for our audience. A simple influencer first brief, which I turned into an electrifying on-ground live rap battle. First time ever, Varun Sood, Kam Bhari and India's top rapper community went head to head, challenging each other for the limited edition bike, igniting a tufani frenzy among our audience.
तू लगता मुझको खीटी तुझ पे आती मुझे पीटी मेरी लेट है बस ना लेडी पीछे लड़की लोग है बेटी हर एक गाना मेरा हिट जाता कांदिली से विटी जानता तुझे कोई नहीं मुझे जानती पूरी सिटी बाइक मेरी हाइट मेरी लाइफ मेरी मस्त है तेरे लिए टाइम नहीं अपन बहुत व्यस्त
बार बार तेरे बाज लगे ओवर हाइप I am the one who deserves this bike ये देखो कच्चा का बच्चा मैं tear you up like a puncher कभी करे मटर कभी करे stutter bro let's take that chip off your shoulder.
People see briefs. I see potential experiences, which become great stories to be passed down to generations. Judges, this is my story, and I'll continue to turn every brief into an unforgettable experience. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Next presentation is entry ID 5624, L'Oreal Professional.
Judges, can you hear me and let me know whenever I can start?
You can start now.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Ankita Shirke, and today I am here to take you on an exciting ride. I was born and brought up in a naval background, and naturally, I have imbibed a few qualities from my father that continue to guide me in life. Today, I want to share how these qualities help me tackle 3 distinct challenges and craft impactful solutions for L'Oreal Professional. Problem statement 1. Hairstylists played a big role in the industry, but lacked recognition. Just like in the Navy, where leadership drives success, I led a data-driven strategy that gave hairstylists the platform they deserved. Using TGI, I identified digital as the ideal platform to reach our TG, while GWI Insights revealed their strong preference for reality TV. Taking JioCinema as the streaming partner, we conceptualized India's first and only hairstyling reality series, the Indian Hairdressing Awards by L'Oreal Professional. To maximize viewership, I built a 360 media strategy across digital and traditional channels. We reached 47 million unique viewers, driving 36 million episodic views. The brand search volumes increased by 23%. Let's watch the AV.
I'm super judgmental, and I only expect blockbusters.
Hairdressers, the artists behind every stunning transformation. Yet, in India, their artistry has long gone unrecognized. L'Oreal Professional took on the challenge. Enter India's first ever hairstyling reality series, the L'Oreal Professional Indian Hairdressing Awards, streaming exclusively on JioCinema. To amplify awareness and increase viewership, we adopted a 360 media strategy across a mix of tradition and digital channels. The results? Phenomenal. The show became a sensation, capturing the imagination of millions. 36 million episodic views, 3.1 million hours of watch time, 2.4 billion impressions in just 52 days, 47 million unique reach, 200,000 plus votes in 12 days. The L'Oreal Professional Indian Hairdressing Awards was more than a show. It was a revolution.
Problem statement 2. People with scalp and hair problems do not seek help from salon experts, leading to a gap in professional solutions reaching customers. Just as naval operations require precision, I applied research and analysis to develop an innovative tool that delivers personalized hair care regimes. I dove deep into social listening and Google search patterns to co-create India's first AI-powered scalp quiz offering 98 personalized hair care regimes. That too in just 1 minute. I partnered with rich media platforms with affluent targeting capabilities and helped create India's first scalp graph. 9.7 million users took the quiz and received their personalized hair care regime from professionals, driving a 2x increase in sales. Let's watch the AV.
In India, 70% of the top 10 hair care concerns searched online revolve around the scalp. L'Oreal Professional introduced an online scalp diagnosis tool using real consumer language. We designed an algorithm based on 4 key parameters: scalp condition, hair texture, hair care routine. With 98 unique regime combinations, we could offer ultra-personalized recommendations to every user. To ensure the right audience reach, we partnered with leading beauty and lifestyle platforms, integrating our diagnosis tool into their websites. We created India's first scalp health graph, providing a clear, data-driven visualization of scalp health trends across the country. The campaign delivered record-breaking results: 243 million impressions, 9.7 million users took the quiz and got their personalized hair care regimen.
Problem statement 3. In a highly cluttered hair care and color market, it was challenging to identify and isolate an affluent audience effectively. Like how a naval officer navigates through complex waters, I used data-driven insights to break through market clutter and precisely isolate our premium audience. I secured L'Oreal Professional's premium partnership with JioCinema. For the first time ever, we broke through paywalls and reached affluent audiences who were otherwise impossible to target. I led this by selecting Hollywood's biggest premiere titles based on IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes ratings. We reached out to 120 million premium users behind paywalls, delivering 28 million video views. Let's watch the AV.
In a highly cluttered hair care and color market, standing out and reaching affluent consumers isn't easy. That's why L'Oreal Professional partnered with JioCinema, India's fastest growing streaming platform with the highest base of paid subscribers. This strategic collaboration allowed L'Oreal Professional to connect with premium viewers and position itself alongside Hollywood's premium content. With this collaboration, L'Oreal Professional aligned itself with Hollywood's biggest premieres and series from HBO, Warner Brothers, Paramount, Showtime, and HBO Max, delivering unmatched visibility and engagement. The partnership delivered over 10,000 hours of premium content featuring series debuts and major Hollywood premieres. The results? Exceptional. The partnership with JioCinema enabled L'Oreal Professional to effectively reach an affluent audience. We achieved 754 million impressions, 28 million video views, and 600,000 clicks.
I believe I've embarked on an exciting journey from the lessons I absorbed from my father. I look forward to working on many more challenges with focus on creating impactful and game-changing brand solutions for L'Oreal Professional. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next presentation is Entry ID 5640 Sprite.
Hi everyone, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay, let me know when I can start.
You can start now.
Hi everyone, I am Yashraj, and today I want to share how I helped create a cooler and a happier India with Sprite. Growing up, music was always playing in the background at home. My mom had the radio on all the time while she worked. It was her little escape, and it stayed with me like an old friend even as I grew older.
किसी की मुस्कुराहटों पे हो निसार, किसी का दर्द मिल सके तो ले उधार, किसी के वास्ते हो तेरे दिल में प्यार, जीना इसी का नाम है.
This song was her favorite. It stuck in my memory and shaped how I see the world. Last year, I found myself reliving that feeling while working on Sprite's challenges. Let me show you how I helped bring that priceless muskurahat to our audience. Sprite has a simple message. We help you cool down when things get heated. Our data shows that Gen Z are among the highest consumers of Sprite. Thus, our task was to keep recruiting Gen Z throughout the year. Being a Gen Z myself, I understand the pain points of this era. Being the lead planner on Sprite gave me an opportunity to cool down our audience, not just physically, but giving them a moment of mental relief as well by bringing smiles to their faces. The idea was simple, to position Sprite as the ultimate cooling companion for Gen Z, and for that, we reached them through every possible medium. हाँ, हमने कुछ नहीं छोड़ा. Now, we know Gen Z is growing up in an era of exceptional pressures, work, relationship, societal expectations, and more. They turn to humor and social media as an escape to unwind. Sprite's core promise, Thundruck, perfectly aligns with this ethos. My insight was simple. When things get heated, making people laugh is the best way to calm things down. Also, I knew Gen Z turns to music to cope with stress and anxiety. So, I worked on forging a strategic partnership with Spotify, India's leading audio streaming platform. Let's see how the journey unfolded. Moving back to radio, this time the one in our car. Remember those school rides with your dad? The radio always on? It was part of my routine too. Then it clicked. Sprite's always on the go, Gen Z audience needed a connection that was just as constant. In summers, Sprite's highest sales come from on-the-go drinkers. Last year, Sprite was eyeing a 35% growth in these consumers. We observed that these consumers face frequent mental heat moments, high temperatures, traffic, ride cancellations, and more. I saw a unique opportunity to merge this insight with Sprite's promise to cool down. So I decided to leverage India's biggest on-the-go platform, the radio. Let's see what we did.
हेलो मैम, वैसे थर्ड फ्लोर पे ना एक शॉप है, वहाँ पे काफी अच्छे ऑफर्स चल रहे हैं, सारे हाउस होल्ड प्रोडक्ट्स पे आपको अच्छा खासा ऑफर मिल जाएगा.
ना वो सब ठीक है, पर इतना जानकारी लेकर मैं करूंगी क्या? क्यों बोल रहे हो आप इतना कुछ?
नहीं मैम, मतलब आप हमेशा आती हैं, लेकिन लेने के नाम पे तो आप सिर्फ सेल्फी और फोटोज ही लेकर जाती हैं.
मुझे बात ही नहीं करना जैसे बदतमीज इंसान से.
मैडम, मॉल से कुछ लेना ले, आप स्प्राइट प्योर थंडर.
Not just that, we took the fun to TV too. Partnering with Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma, we made sure Sprite and Rafter reached millions through smooth integrations and plenty of humor. Another childhood memory TV brings is the excitement of an India-Pakistan match back at my home. Everything else faded into the background when the match was on. The ICC Men's World Cup in November 23 presented the perfect opportunity to reinforce Sprite's position among Gen Z. Our goal was to help fans stay cool during intense emotional moments while also driving brand recall and sales. Let me show you how we did that. In the end, it was about being a part of the lives of those who needed a break. Just like those nostalgic moments from our childhood, I helped Sprite become a reminder that no matter what life throws at us, there's always a reason to smile with a refreshing Sprite in hand. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next presentation is entry ID 5626 Bisleri.
Let me know if my screen is visible.
Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, Judy. I'm Nidhi Jain. Let me tell you how I became part of Bisleri's hydration model. I've always been a dreamer, like Bunny from Ye Jawani Hai Diwani. I wanted to see the world, climb mountains, and explore the unknown. My journey started with small steps, trekking across my state, embracing the thrill of the outdoors, and connecting with the fellow adventurers. As I embarked on various treks, I gradually took on the role of a trek leader and saw hydration fuel endurance. Yet, Gen Z chose colas and juices over water, chasing quick sugar rushes instead of lasting hydration. Gen Z views hydration through ads, assuming athletes rely on cola for hydration, while water is their real fuel. Do you remember when Cristiano Ronaldo pushed away a cola bottle at a press conference and replaced it with water? It was a wake-up call for all of us. Bridging this perception versus reality gap was Bisleri's challenge. Luckily, my journey with Bisleri allowed me to blend my personal experiences with my brand's mission. A traditional presence in sports was not enough. I needed to find a way to amplify our message and achieve a higher share of voice. That's when we strategically partnered with major sports events as the official hydration partner to make a stronger impact. To bring our idea to life, we made Bisleri the hydration partner to top 5 IPL teams. And since Gen Z's love for sports goes beyond cricket, we extended our hydration partnership to various sporting events like marathons, football, table tennis, and many more. The partnership resulted in 28,000 cases sold plus 15 plus crore limited edition bottles during IPL, recovering 2/3 of our association cost within the first 2 years of a 3-year deal. We got access to players' imagery at no cost, effectively amplifying them on social media, driving high engagement and conversations. Secured over 2 hours of free TV and OTT airtime during live IPL matches via VZ Cooler and Icebox branding. For the first time in the country, we created a media initiative that became a new revenue stream for Bisleri. This wasn't just branding, it was a movement. Significant Gen Zs were influenced by sports, and through these partnerships, we ensured that hydration was no longer an afterthought. Sports was just one piece of the puzzle. Sports was just one piece of the puzzle. To reach the rest of the Gen Z, we needed to tap into another major influence, Bollywood. Just like I inspired my younger cousins with my trekking adventures, Bollywood stars shaped the choices of millions. And who in Bollywood was the most relatable for Gen Z? Deepika Padukone. She wasn't just a celebrity, she was a voice of change. And so we did something bold. We brought Deepika on board as the face of Bisleri. And what made this even more powerful? Her transition from endorsing a cola brand to becoming the face of Bisleri. That shift alone sent a strong message. Hydration isn't just a choice, it's a necessity. Deepika's Drink It Up campaign reached 89% of Gen Zs. Our strategic partnership with IPL and Deepika helped us reach Gen Zs across India, but South needed additional interventions. Anyone who knows South India market understands that there's something even bigger than cricket, cinema. But while the magic wand of South superstars is known to everyone, it is important to note that many of these prominent celebrities do not personally endorse brands or demand exorbitant fees to bring them on board. I needed a high-impact, cost-effective strategy for South similar to the one used for IPL. The game changer, movie partnerships. We created a win-win collaboration between Bisleri and major South Indian films. We partnered with major movie releases like Kalki, Indian 2, Maharaja, Devara, and many more, enabling us to feature A-list South celebrities like Prabhas, Junior NTR, Vijay Sethupathi, Kamal Hassan, and the mega superstar none other than Rajinikanth, who hardly endorse any brands. We also got these superstars to post co-branded promos on their social media handles for absolutely no cost. We launched limited edition Bisleri bottles featuring top movie stars, creating a win-win marketing boost. Films gained free promotion, reaching millions, while Bisleri tapped into South India's massive cinema fandom. 110 crore limited edition bottles with movie posters and star-cast imagery became collectible souvenirs for consumers. This initiative not only changed the perception of the brand in southern markets, but also kept lookalikes at bay, as they were not able to replicate our model, and it became a potent differentiator. What started as my personal realization on trekking trails transformed into a full-fledged movement. By embedding Bisleri into sports, entertainment, and Gen Z culture, we didn't just sell water, we changed perceptions. And whether it's a trekker climbing mountains, a cricketer scoring runs, or an icon making a statement, Bisleri is there, fueling every journey. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. The next presentation entry ID is 5642 Hindustan Unilever.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes. Can you please share your computer sound?
Yeah, I'll just do that. Yeah. Do you see the presenter view
Yes, we can see it.
or the entire screen or the presenter view? Sorry,
No, notes as well.
notes as well. Just give me a moment. Is this fine? Can you see my screen?
No. Okay, no.
I think there's some tech issue. Sorry, there is some tech issue. Just give me a moment, please.
It's fine now.
It's fine now?
No, not now. I'll tell you what you do. Go to the three dots below the main screen.
Yeah.
Click on that.
Yeah.
Say hide presenter view.
Yeah. But that hides it for me too.
Not helping?
No, it's not helping. That hides it for me too. As soon as I go into the presenter mode, the screen stops sharing.
But now we can see your full screen.
Yeah, but as soon as I go into the presenter view, it's just shifting. It's getting worse.
Are you using Zoom web version or the application?
I'm using the application.
Okay, just keep the full screen now. Don't share the screen now. Just keep it on full screen. Yeah. Can you see your screen presenter also? No.
But my presenter mode, I guess, can be seen still, right?
No, just a moment. I stopped sharing screen sharing of yours. Now just keep the full screen on of your presenter. Don't share it right away.
Okay.
Hide your presenter notes. Just the full screen.
Okay, I'll do that.
And now keep your presenter notes active. Share the
I'm sharing
screen.
my full screen. Yes. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
No, it's getting stuck. As soon as I share a presenter view, it goes back to a blockage.
Achha, Gaurav, doesn't matter. We'll see it with the notes.
Okay.
No, Smita, do last one. Smita, can we go ahead with the next presentation? Gaurav, We
Yes.
will go ahead with the next presentation.
Sure.
And you can do one thing. You can use two systems or change
I'll
to
do
a
that.
new
Yeah.
system and sort this out and come back, please.
Sure.
Yes.
The next presentation is entry ID 5628 Glucon-D.
Hello, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see.
Okay, can I start?
Yes, you can start now.
थैंक यू चेक चेक आज मैं आया हूं देने सच का ज्ञान कोला वोला छोड़ो वो तो है बेकार ग्लूकॉन डी है बॉस ये है असली स्टार बॉटल खोलो फिजी साउंड क्या फायदा पेट में जाके एसिडिटी का कायदा ग्लूकॉन डी में है ग्लूकोज पावर का सोर्स कोला तो है बस एक मीठा फोर्स कोला में है क्या बस चीनी और गैस ग्लूकॉन डी से मिले इंस्टेंट एनर्जी टॉप क्लास थकान को तू दे दे धोखा और मार हर बॉल पे तू चौका You know why I sang this song? Because this is how passionately I believe in the power of my brand, Glucon-D. Good evening, judges. My name is Binoy, the captain cool of Team Glucon-D. And today, I'll be sharing the story on how I use media tactics to win against the power play of summer. Glucon is all about hydration, and let's be honest, we all have our summer survival strategies. Mine are keeping myself hydrated during outdoor activities, resisting temptations for unhealthy drinks, staying indoors, and strategically avoiding friends named Sunny and Suraj. You know, the temperatures have already touched 40 degrees in many states. सोचो, अभी मार्च में ये हाल है, तो मई में क्या होगा? ये मैं भी नहीं जानता. You get it? May. Okay. But humor aside, this brand is deeply personal to me. My father was in a profession where he used to spend extended hours outdoor, and I saw firsthand the toll the blazing sun took on him. Staying hydrated wasn't just a comfort, it was necessity. This all led me to a research about dehydration, leading to some interesting facts. One, 75% of Indians are dehydrated to some degree. Second, mild dehydration slow down your metabolism by at least 3%. And third, electrolyte imbalance occurs quickly in extreme heat. क्या आपको पता था ये? While I witnessed it first and at home, data showcases millions of Indians suffering from dehydration, causing major health concerns. This led me to think that people are not using Glucon-D right here, right now. Glucon-D, an iconic brand, dealt with consumer barriers at three levels. First, cola brands dominated the beverage category during summers. Second, many brands started replicating Glucon-D's imagery, leading to many lookalikes in the markets. Third, Glucon-D was only consumed when one was unwell or exhausted and not as a proactive hydration drink. So, I addressed these challenges with three fundamental pillars. One, point of empathy. Two, point of pseudo hydration. And point of physical exhaustion. Point of empathy is making the brand relatable by serving a purpose beyond sales. We focus on the unsung heroes of the heat. Can you guess who? Traffic policemen. Partnering with MyFM, we launch a hydration drive, and our KPIs were their smile, because that's how you measure a real impact. We still have colas in spite knowing that they don't quench thirst, right? But still we have it. This needed to be addressed too. To understand the physical exhaustion, I asked myself, Binoy, when do people get tired and what triggers it? I made a list of moments, geographies, temperature conditions where exhaustion is most likely to happen, helping me pinpoint the right audience. Let us look at the AV to showcase you our mission to tackle dehydration.
Glucon-D embarked on a mission to tackle silent dehydration at the points of receptivity, right here, right now. In the point of empathy phase, extreme exhaustion and fatigue affect many, but traffic police face it daily. They brave intense heat, especially in summer, working tirelessly outdoors. They endure extreme heat daily, with over 10 officers dying from heat stroke every summer. We chose to honor our unsung heroes, the traffic police, by launching a heartfelt initiative to express our gratitude. We served glasses of Glucon-D to on-duty traffic police, providing instant energy and vital hydration to combat the soaring heat in a Glucon-D caravan. We served over 10 lakh glasses of Glucon-D, that is more than 2 lakh liters. We served more than 3,000 traffic police and over 20,000 residents with this initiative. We then tackled with points of pseudo-hydration, targeting the summer drinks category. We partnered with Sync Media, utilizing their fingerprinting technology to target consumers exposed to competing summer brands like cola and mango drinks, which falsely claim to quench thirst. Our goal was to highlight that Glucon-D is the true thirst quencher, not these misleading alternatives. Thirdly, we tackled the point of physical exhaustion by identifying cohorts that are not only affected by heat but also by physical exhaustion. We narrowed down on 10 cohorts across audiences who are always on the move in 9 key cities among 3 temperature buckets. Using data from the Weather API, we targeted consumers at the exact moment they needed that energy. With over 270 real-time updates in just 30 days, Glucon-D was there when it mattered most. But what made this campaign truly unique? Our consideration jumped by 300 BPS, demonstrating Glucon-D's acceptance as a daily partner in combating exhaustion. Market share for Glucon-D grew up to 60%, 3% growth in market share versus last year. Non-summer sales peaked at 33%, reinforcing that Glucon-D is not just for extreme exhaustion under summer heat. Beyond the tangible results, Glucon-D installed more than 100 canopies for traffic police at various locations to combat the summer heat. This is just a humble and small beginning to ensure that India does not stay dehydrated.
As an iconic brand, I believe it's our responsibility to address consumer problems beyond just marketing targets. Yo, presentation तो खत्म, but message अब भी बाकी है. Dehydration का bouncer सीधा हम पे भारी है. Glucon-D है सिक्सर गारंटी. असली गेम है इससे एनर्जी. स्ट्रीट से पिच तक मैंने देखा है स्ट्रगल का सीन. Glucon-D ने किया है डिहाइड्रेशन को बोल्ड क्लीन. थैंक यू एवरीवन. अपना टाइम आ गया. Glucon-D छा गया.
Thank you.
Hi, judges.
Okay, now this entry ID 5642 Hindustan Unilever. Are you okay, Gaurav?
Yes, I'm just trying to share my screen.
Okay.
We tech people always see some technical glitches. Just give me a moment. I'm just sharing the screen.
Gaurav, have you installed the Zoom on your laptop?
Yes, I do have it. Can you see my screen now?
We can see the notes and everything. You have another laptop with you to
Yes,
view your
I do
notes?
have that.
Yes, just keep it on full, keep this on full screen and use the other one to see your notes.
Yes.
Kavita, is that the last case study to be presented?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. This is the last one.
Okay. Yes, I am ready. Can you see my screen?
Yes. Please close, hide the floaters. Yes.
Okay. Hi, Judy. Can I start?
Yeah, can you just move this
Floater?
Slides. Just try to move to next slide. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
You can start.
Thank you so much.
All the
And
best.
thank you so much. Hi, Judy. I'm Gaurav Das, or as they call me, the game changer. This is a story of chasing engagement where it's raw, real, and impossible to ignore. If someone told me years ago that I'd be standing here talking about how I transformed brand marketing with, gaming, tech, immersive experiences, I would have laughed. I started in sports where real engagement wasn't the game, but the chance, the tension, the euphoria was. Then I pivoted to gaming, digital, dynamic, engaging, but I wasn't ready for what I discovered next. It was bigger, experiential, and deeply cultural. For years, brands stuck to TV, digital, print, thinking they knew their audiences, right? But engagement had evolved. More than watching today, people were participating, exploring, and shaping their own experiences. The numbers speak for themselves, loud and clear. I realized gaming, tech, and immersive experiences weren't just entertainment anymore. They were shaping culture, consumer behavior, and even brand loyalty in ways no one had imagined. It's very rare for a household brand to truly grab attention, right? Not because they don't matter, but because they all sound the same. We have been trained to mute, skip, and move on. Even hygiene messages get lost in the noise, right? Take Durga Pujo, millions of people, endless ads, but when everything is so loud, nothing is really heard. So I did what I do best. I connected gaming, tech, culture to redefine how brands engage with consumers. And that's what the next 3 campaigns entail. Domex. The hygiene awareness was fading in Kerala, while Malayali households was obsessed with Big Boss Malayalam, with 87% of them showcasing dual screen behavior. So I hacked the second screen. Toilet Wars became a real-time mobile game where housewives played along, and that influenced what happened inside the show.
Domex used this media insight to gamify the toilet cleaning chore by introducing Domex Toilet Wars in the Big Boss house. Contestants had to compete in a series of branded games to win immunity. Domex, in a media-first initiative, allowed Big Boss fans to join in the fun and support their favorite team. TV audiences had to scan a QR code on their TV screens to play Domex Toilet Wars on their mobile phones. Housewives played the game to log high scores for their favorite team on a leaderboard. Teams logging the highest scores with the help of their fans won immunity. Domex, in a television industry first, helped audiences affect outcomes in a reality show. The Domex Toilet Wars game was extended to gaming ad networks to tap into women gamers. Winning audiences got a chance to meet Mohanlal, the host of Big Boss, on the sets of the show. The TV to mobile innovation delivered unprecedented results for the brand. Domex Toilet Wars successfully drove engagement with an otherwise passive TV audience to deliver brand impact and business results.
After proving that gaming could drive hygiene awareness, the next challenge was even bigger. How do you make the people of Bengal wash their hands before food at a festival where nothing interrupts devotion and feasting? So I let the goddess of protection, Ma Durga, remind millions of its importance, introducing Ma's message, where culture, design, and tech make hygiene a sacred ritual.
Lifebuoy presents Ma's Message, a divine intervention from none other than Ma herself. Using LiDAR face scanning and machine learning models, we brought Ma to life within the pandal through augmented reality. AI-generated QR codes camouflaged within the idol led unsuspecting attendees trying to click pictures of Ma to a surprise safety message from her.
কিরে চমকে গেলি মায়ের আশীর্বাদ তো নেওয়া হলো এবার কি প্ল্যান বাইরে গিয়ে আড্ডা না পেট ভরে খাওয়া সুস্থ থাকার জন্য সাবান দিয়ে হাত ধুয়ে নাও
As Ma alerted her children at the moment of truth, hand washing stations made sure they all washed their hands before their meal. Amazed by this miraculous intervention, celebs, influencers, and even news outlets organically shared her message with their viewers as her voice echoed in every home over the 5 days of puja.
একদমই কিউআর কোড রয়েছে দেখতে পাচ্ছি আমরা চাঁদমালার মধ্যে
Hygiene খুব important. Pujar সময় This memorable experience left a lasting impact on all devotees, establishing Lifebuoy as the #1 hand-washing soap among them.
And then a 150-year-old brand needed a new identity. How do you make Sunlight, the detergent your grandmother used, feel young, innovative, and relevant? So I brought the Las Vegas sphere to Kolkata, creating India's first 360-degree immersive storytelling sphere at Durga Puja. Standing in that crowd, watching thousands holding up their phones to capture the marvel, I knew I had done something special. So without much ado, let's immerse in the experience.
Sunlight's visionary solution merged tradition with technology as a Las Vegas-inspired sphere lit up Kolkata, celebrating West Bengal's biggest festival, Durga Puja. A technological marvel that stood tall as an immersive dialogue between timeless rituals and today's innovation. Impact grew as influencers shared their experiences, extending its reach across digital platforms. ABP, Anandu Bajar Potrika, West Bengal's leading regional publication, brought the idea alive across TV, print, and digital, ensuring the message resonated far and wide. An AR experience allowed newspaper readers to place the sphere in their homes, offering a sneak peek in their own environment. Through this fusion, Sunlight celebrated how it preserves not just fabric, but memories associated with heritage Bengali patterns in saris. The results were clear. A renewed connection with the new age audience, increased brand visibility, and a shared celebration of rich heritage. Sunlight reminded everyone that while times may change, the essence of who we are remains beautifully intact.
24 plus national and international awards for these campaigns. But you know what the fun fact is? I didn't push campaign to the people. I pulled them in. And that has made all the difference. Great marketing isn't seen, it's lived. And trust me, level 2 is going to be bigger. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. So,
Mr. Bipin sir left the meeting.
yeah, just one second.
Hi, Smita. Are we done?
Yeah, we have done. Just one second. Sir is coming to just give the water. Thanks.
Sure.
2 minutes.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, so all the jury members on behalf of the ACT Club, thank you for your valuable time and support. Nitin, can you just... Sir is not there. So it's some business, some meeting.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, jury members. Jury members, we request you to give us let us know how you felt, what is your experience about online judging, and how did you feel about this? And if you want to give us any suggestions and anything.
So Nitin, and Nitin and Smita, hi, Shweta here.
Hi, ma'am.
Yes.
Hi. So I'm assuming that we submit our individual scores, right?
Yes.
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 Fair enough.
Okay.
Hi, this is Aditi.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
I quite enjoyed the presentations made by the individuals. However, I do feel, and it is people's individual preferences. The theoretical, the written material, I do find much stronger and kind of objective, because then you're not putting a face to things, and the passion or perceived lack of passion, whatever it is, when you're looking at someone and listening to someone, it doesn't affect the actual work and the results. So I don't know. I don't know if this is going against the grain, but I do prefer the written approach more than the presentation approach.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Any jury members?
Smita, hi, this is Swati
Hi.
here.
Hi.
Sorry, unfortunately, today I can't switch on my camera. Otherwise, I always prefer camera on.
Okay.
So, because the thing is, I always like the physical way of judging than online because it gives you more personal touch, more human touch. But yeah, because all of us are so pressed on time, this also works great. I think it was a wonderful presentation by all of the presenters. They really put in a lot of effort. It was quite evident. Great piece of work. Bipin did mention that this is an interesting category. Definitely it was. Young Emvies was really fun to see everybody presenting their 3 best pieces of work that they've been a part of. Was really interesting. So across these 13 people, we really saw a lot of work. So some really inspiring ones. Great, amazing it was. So all the best to everybody who participated. I know they have all left, but just one feedback is that this particular category, consumer durable other, okay, I mean, out of 5 entries, yeah, I mean, of course, UltraTech has done some phenomenal work. So 4 out of 5 entries being UltraTech, I thought it was very skewed to UltraTech, but
Ma'am,
then yeah.
I'm really sorry,
But
but request you to not speak about any cases,
it is so sorry.
particularly.
Yeah, sure. No, fine. Thank you for reminding me that. Yeah, of course. My just point was that everything was very skewed to one particular brand in a category, but I understand and there would be reasons for it. That's all. Thank you to Bipin. Thank you, Smita. Thank you,
Thank
all
you.
of you. Thanks, at Club. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you
Okay.
very much.
Thank you to all the jury members. So see you on 20th of March at Geo Convention Center.
Ma'am,
Thank you very much. Best
Please
of
be there, all the jury members.
Thank you. Best of
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks a
everyone.
lot. Bye-bye.